Okay, this is Responder here, and unfortunately I don't have the answer to how everything got here, but I do have some insight into this question that you're asking, in that human beings are inherently inquisitive and inherently curious, and inherently we want to discover things that we do not know about. We are constantly looking for the next frontier, and that went back in time from when, in fact, probably how humans populated the planet was through their own curiosity to what's over the next horizon. Okay, now I'm going to stop there and I'm going to change subjects. Okay, so put yourself in the past. I've sort of used this parallel before, but put yourself in a time when humans did not know that the earth was round. And then imagine something on a very large scale like an earthquake, or imagine an eclipse of the sun, or imagine a volcano erupts in the distance. And then what questions might be going through your head at that time as a human in the past that has no knowledge of science, no knowledge of the earth being round, or how planets revolve around the sun, or even that there's a galaxy or a universe, and try to answer the question of what is that, right? So if I lived in that time and I told you that it was, the gods were angry, or God did this for sin, I might be the only person with an answer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm correct, does it? So if I don't say that it's God, say if it's not God that did it, and I say that it's chance, or that it's circumstance, and that sometimes happens, does that satisfy your curiosity that it sometimes happens and we don't know? No, it doesn't. Of course not, because we inherently want to know what the answer is. But maybe during that time we had indicators of what caused it. We might have had indicators that the earth was round, and maybe some people thought it was. We might have had indicators that there was some relationship between earthquakes and volcanoes, or that there are these large mountains that may have been volcanoes in the past, and there are these lava rocks, and we can kind of put together that hey, this happens, and don't know how, but how do we go about discovering how this happens? So that's sort of where we are right now with a lot of these big questions, and there are answers out there. There are theories out there that are probably not entirely correct in themselves, but they do sort of point to something that is very far beyond our current comprehension of the universe. And I think that is our ultimate journey, and that is what we do on Earth. We discover. And I think that at some point we will have, I think, in the future, a much better understanding of how things happen. But really, we will only get there if we are able to critically assess these situations, rather than saying that it's a religious deity, or guessing that it's some magical power. Because 100% of the time, it does not include magic when we discover how it happens. All right. So very difficult for us as humans to accept, hey, we don't know, but we're going to get there someday. Well, when? Well, I don't know. We're getting there, right? It's an open-ended question, but in a sense, it's, in my opinion, beautiful and wonderful that we don't know. I would be much less happy if we did know everything, if we knew scientifically how everything was and there was no other question, and we just knew everything 100%. I would not be happy. Okay, that's just me. And this is Responder signing off.